This is a video on a new camera for me. It's been out probably for about 6 to 8 months. This is the Canon SX-740. I've had the 720, 730, and this is 740. Specs are approximately the same, except this has a flip-up screen. That's about the only major difference. I made some menu changes, improved the quality of the lens a little bit, I think, and the sensor. And first thing I'm going to do right here is show you what 40x zoom means. Let's see if this does it right here. Here we go. So what we're looking at here is a 24 to 960 millimeter effective focal length compared to 35 millimeter cameras zoom. And the physical lens, of course, is 4.3 to 172, same as the other ones. You can see that right on the front here. That'll focus in on the 4.3 to 172. That's still huge. And there's a lot of people talk about the quality of these things at the long end of the lens, with pocket cameras being soft and all that and everything else. I don't really see it here. I know it's going to be a little softer in a direct comparison, but it's not comparison apples to apples, because you know, at the long end of the zoom, you're way the heck out there, and then you got atmosphere to contend with. So a lot of these images that I have, and I'll give you an example here. I shot an osprey at more than half a mile away, and let me get to one of these sample images here. This is at maximum zoom, 960 millimeter effective, and you can see the osprey sitting up there on top of the platform. And so when I enlarge this, I'm just enlarging the playback on here and everything else. So still we're seeing the shingles on the roof, which are not bad, and we see the osprey sitting up there. And so, you know, if that were part of the zoom, going, what is it on here? It's playback zoom I'm doing is, see if I can get a image. What's it gonna tell me here? The image magnification. It's not really telling me. Okay, there's something on here that maybe I should have read the manual a few more times. There's something on here that determines the playback. Well, anyway, I'd say we're probably pretty close to 10 times on that playback. So if you multiply that 10 times the times the 960 millimeter zoom, what would we be talking about? We'd be talking about 10,000 millimeters. It's ridiculous. Yeah, there it is. So it's a anyway, it's very powerful for a pocket-sized camera. I mean, you know, this thing's will fit in a shirt pocket. It's too heavy to carry comfortably in an average shirt pocket, but it'll easily fit in a shirt pocket. It's a pretty small camera. And the predecessor to that, I actually have the 720 here. 730 has been gone for a while, but like I said, that flip-up screen on the 740 makes a difference in a little bit of thickness here. See these kind of side by side. It's definitely thicker with that extra screen on it right there. Other than that, the size is about the same. Fits pretty much all the same cases that I have, and I use these. They use these Leica-made cases, which are pretty cool, because you can carry the camera into places that ordinarily you wouldn't, want to bring a camera into. So very handy case. Now let's park this for just a second and see if we can show the box here. Very small, cheap, simple box. Canon SX-740, and comes with the usual junk. This one does have a charger, which is nice. Apparently this doesn't charge the battery in camera, which would be nice to have both in camera as well as a separate charger. But anyway, there's a simple booklet right here, booklet to get started and everything else. But you can download the instruction manual online, Canon SX-740 manual. It has a little AC wall charger right here with the little flip out AC thing you can see right there. So I've been charging these batteries on the other camera for a while, and it takes only just shortly over 2 hours from all the way discharged, which is pretty darn good. A little over 2 hours. So charging is really good, and don't need to say anything about this camera in terms of the options. I usually set it for aperture priority here. Set it to the lowest possible on here, which is 3.3 at the at the short end of the zoom and 6.9 at the long end of the zoom. That's the minimum you can get. So I usually leave it there and let the shutter value float. And if I wind up into trouble with that, I can either change the shutter, or I can change the ISO, whatever is needed to get the picture brightness up. And they have the little, you can see the little crosshatch button right there, and that little thing is so that when you're zooming in at full zoom and you can't quite get your little bird flying in the air into the viewfinder and everything else, you can zoom out, capture it, and then zoom in as you have it in the frame. And up here we have the HDMI and the micro USB, the old standard. And down here we have the battery and memory card. We've got a 64 micro SD in there. Now we have tripod socket on the bottom. There's the flip out screen. See if we can I can flip that out real easy, just like that. Snaps right back, so no problem with that. And then the flash on top, little button right here, and we just catch that. And there's our pop-up flash. And then here we put the wrist strap on, and then we have another one of those. Do we have another one? No, we don't. Okay, so we're not really set up here for a neck strap, oddly enough. I suppose you could work one in there somehow. I'm not sure how, but we don't have a connector on that side for that. This is zoom lever on top, the shutter button on off. Red button is the video. This will do 4K video, unlike the 720. I think 730 also is just maxes out at HD 1080 by 1920. So anyway, there's your typical pocket camera, except I think I like these a lot better than the Panasonics. I think they're more reliable. They tend to get less dust in the lens than the Panasonics do. And the reach is longer, and that reach really works. And good lighting, I mean, it really makes all the difference in the world. I've got some great photos already at the full zoom, animals at 100, 150 yards away. Just as clear as can be, and I mean the clarity really is great. And even in the bad lighting out here today, which is really poor, it didn't do too bad. Just a little gripper there on the right. And now let's see if we can just have a look at what the lens is like fully extended. There's when you power the camera on, and then I'm gonna push the zoom lever. That's the whole thing. So that's not much. I think my Panasonics go out further than that. And so I don't have a whole lot else to say about this. This thing feels like a brick. It's very, very heavy for its size. It means there's a lot of good stuff in there. So that's the Canon SX-740 with the 24 to 960 millimeter effective zoom. And excellent camera. Highly recommend these things here, these Canons. So there we go. Thank you very much.